On from yesterday's New Zealand coin, this coin has two things. It's a 5 cent coin that New Zealand don't use anymore. I think it was about 2006 when they stopped production of these coins and they don't use them anymore. So they've only got 10 cent coins is the lowest denomination. But this coin here, right here, is an error. It's a mistake and it's called a rotation. So when you hold the coin upright on this side of the coin and you flip it around, the queen's nose is supposed to be pointing to 3 o'clock over here. But you can see here the queen's nose is pointing up to about probably 2 o'clock, I suppose, on a clock. So it's supposed to be straight across this way over here. But yeah, I think all of this is a 1999 coin. You'll see it down the bottom underneath the queen's neck there. I think all of the 1999 5 cent coins had that same feature. So yeah, I've got another one right here. So you hold it so the 5 is upright and then you give it a little flip around. And there we go, up a little bit of an angle there too with the nose. So, yep, keep your eye out. If you've got any of these 5 cent coins from New Zealand, I think it's really cool to have error coins, and I think all of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there you go. This right here is Australian. This is Australian 5 cent coins, and I'm going to be searching through this lot because I know about these ones. The New Zealand coins, there's a book, the John Bertrand New Zealand Coin and Banknote Catalogue. So you can search that one up. That has coin values for all the coins and banknotes in New Zealand. So maybe check that one out. I think it's updated every year. So there's may be a 2025 version available now. So keep your eye out for that. If you're in NZ or if you've got NZ coins, you want to get a bit of an idea on values. So, but anyway, here we go. I've got a 5 cent coin list that I'm going to refer to myself personally for these coins right here. See if I can snag something to put into the collection. Australian style. 1909, we were talking about that. But on the NZ side of things, but nothing really on the on the Australian 1999s. Oh, should have checked that one. That's a 2015. Whoops, where did it go? The 2015s can have a missing SD, which is down the bottom of the coin. Below the 5, there's a little SD there. It stands for Stuart Devlin, the designer of this side of the coin. Sometimes it's totally missing that little SD mark. So if you can find that, $10 is a recent price one of those sold for. So keep an eye for that. Let's see, it's a 2003. The 2001, 2002s, and 2003s are sort of known to have an error called a flamingo error, which is a little bit of extra metal off the bottom of the 5 through here. And it's called a flamingo error because it looks a bit like a flamingo's beak when you've got the error on the coin. So keep your eye out for that. Been a little while since I've gone through 5s. This is pretty cool. Pretty thick looking rim on this one, isn't there? Pretty fat. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a really firm strike on the coin, which is sort of gone deeper into the coin. It's sort of pushed out the edges a bit. I don't know. No, 2019, what you want, the 2019s with the necklace on the queen, the newer image of the queen on the 2019s, they are worth holding on to for the 5 cent coins. Yeah, it was that image there that we just saw. I just put it in the bag and I thought probably should have mentioned that. See if I can find another one. 1994, these ones are going to have a large SD. You need to look at them under a digital microscope pretty much to see if it's the right look to the SD. On my coin value list through the link in my account, I have a picture of what the SD needs to look like for it to be worth a bit more in value, but $8 is what one of those sold for recently. So the 1994s, if you can find that specific looking large SD. Last coin here, 2015. We'll check it to see if it's got the missing SD. We'll check down the bottom here below the 5. We can see the little SD there, but unfortunately not the missing SD that we're after. But yeah, keep your eye out. If you've got, you won't find these in circulation, but you might have some New Zealand 5 cent coins if you're lucky. And if you've got any 1999s, check them, give them a little rotation and see if they're rotated like that. I reckon they're really cool. And that's why I've got it featured in this little holder right here. This is called a quadrum holder. And you can get them, it's a Lighthouse product, which is a really good quality product. You can get them from most coin dealers and Renix website. Renix website sells these. But yeah, most coin dealers will probably have these called Quadrum coin holders. So there you go. Cool.